So you're correct that it is not the policies of housing that are causing problems. It is the politics of housing. And if only you understood the nature of the relationship between the chairman at NHC and the minister of housing, you would understand the extent to which this thing can implode or explode depending on how you look at it. Because that situation goes very far back. And anytime I decide to unleash, and I've decided, and as you know, that timing is the most critical ingredient in politics. It is not how much you talk, it is when. So if persons were supposed to be supporting a particular individual, but you needed to find ways in order to influence individuals to vote otherwise or put their support in other places, and you could find either a company to give a fellow a couple of briefs, legal briefs, or you could find a way to soften a male by using a female, then you would understand the extent to which politics declines and reduces, and individuals can be used and have been used in such a pursuit. There's so much for Clyde to talk about. But not tonight. Not tonight. I can start from the top and come down. I can talk about an individual that I brought to this very room, having had to switch him from St. Andrew, given what he had done. I can talk about him. You better believe it. I can talk of an individual who resigned from the party, and then I had to get the sister to write a letter to rescind the resignation. And having rescinded the resignation, or what do you call it? I can talk all kinds of things, but you know what has happened? That since those days, that I have had to sit back and wonder, how could people believe that there's not a higher being, that there's not a God? And I can see the emergence. I can start you off, but this is not the time for it. I'm going to have my day to really address and speak to this matter in such detail that when I begin to tell you of the kinds of individuals who have either fallen ill, then you would, or other things, you would then begin to understand. But individuals, the process started with a few of them who made it quite clear that this young man here in your presence was incapable of leading a political party. Not because of any lack of ability, but because he was deemed not to have the ability, or not to have the ability to bring resources in. But when I deliver that speech, because it will take a couple of speeches, when you start to deliver it, you will then begin to understand the extent of this whole journey. It has been a journey. But I'll end on this. This country is now at a place where if there's no timely action, it will decline significantly to the extent where in a very short space of time, becoming like Jamaica or Ghana is not beyond our reaches. Now, I have been writing, and I can recall that even in recent weeks, people saying, coming back and saying, making comments about they're not listening to people from the political grace. Do you recall that phrase? But it doesn't matter. The thing important in life is that once you are convinced of your truth, you continue to speak. Eventually, the truth will reveal itself. The thing about life is that no one can alter the truth. They can alter an opinion. And we are at that stage, that very vital stage, where several decisions have to be taken in the political arena. Because it is beyond political parties now. It is about the very delicate stage that this country is reaching, where there is an absence of leadership. And there is a complete absence of leadership. And get me straight, yeah, decisions will have to be taken, and taken very soon. Because it is about ensuring and guaranteeing that this country does not fall to the depths that some of our neighbors in the region have fallen to. And you will have to play your part. You will have to get out there and make the decisions that are necessary in fighting for the candidates in this party, in fighting to position and rescue this country from the hands of a group that is not capable of carrying where it has to be. The choice is yours. I don't have any more time to speak to you tonight, but I can tell you this. Try and detect that where we are at is very, very delicate as a country. We are very, very delicately poised, and we have to act timely in order to rescue us from this current position. And I'm speaking with the seriousness that I wish you would understand that Barbados is really at that point where a wrong move can cause us to decline way beyond recognition, because I'm convinced of that and I can speak it from my heart. And I'll end by saying this. If you know that you're correct, as I recently did with an issue in the economic arena, I went on the calling program, I'm going to end on this, and I said that Barbados' reserves declined by $265 million. It was said that they declined by only $65 million, but I know within my heart that they had declined by $265 million. So all I did is that I used the press to deliver my message. Nobody has responded, and nobody will respond to it because it is true. You understand? So once you speak the truth, and I've discovered this, once you speak the truth, you will be at rest and at peace with yourself. Good night.